What were your impressions on the Usyk versus Fury fight?
I thought that Usyk, did what he was supposed to do, like move around, be very hard to hit, and an encounter. I think it was kind of more in Usyk's favor because Tyson Fury's not a big puncher like that. He's more of a boxer and mover too as well. So it's kind of hard to fight other movers. And I think Usyk
Right.
a better shot at that because he at a lot of weight when he was cruiserweight fought guys that were more movers. And
Why do
maybe
you,
go ahead.
I'm saying, why do you think Fury didn't do what he did with Wilder, being that Usyk was what 40, 50 pounds lighter, meaning walk him down, lean on him, rough him up a little bit, wear him out. Why do you think he didn't do that? Why do you think he elected to come in lighter and just box?
Well, I think that for one, Usyk is different from Wilder for moving. Wilder doesn't really have legs like that. He can't really move that good, right? So that's not really his forte. Whereas Usyk, that's his forte, and he's southpaw, moving around the ring, darting around. Wilder's gonna sit there in the cut and try to knock you out with the big right hand, and that's all he had to get away from. So
Mm,
he couldn't sit there and run after Usyk and then try to lay on him because Usyk wasn't gonna be there to lay on.
okay.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? His foot movement it's just too good. You know.
Right.
So
Right.
if you go to reach and lay on something and it's not there, then you're gonna basically be messing yourself up by trying to put weight on him. You're gonna get yourself tired.
Right. Okay. Okay. All right. I guess I'm curious in the rematch, do you have the same outcome?
Uh, Unless Tyson Fury does something different where he knows now he can't charge him, or it's kind of hard to box him too as well. But he has to keep his jab in his face, keep the jab in his face, and one twos, jab, one twos. It's kind of thing that Bivol did with Canelo. Kept the
Right.
punch, boom, 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 and it kept him at bay, kept him away. But if you try to just sit with one jab, and cage right hands to keep him out there, then it's gonna be problems for him. I think Usyk wins again.
You think Usyk wins again? I
Yeah.
feel like I feel like we might see a Wilder situation where he does try to impose his size, and maybe you're right. Maybe he can't, but I feel like he's going to try this time and see what happens if he could wear him
Yeah,
out.
I mean, trying to run in there and being a fighter. If I'm trying to run there with somebody that's really fast and I try to like lay my weight on them and they're never there to be the weight to be laid on. I mean, that's what everybody tried to do with him anyway, probably in the heavyweight division, but they can't do it.
That's
That's
true.
the whole thing. It's kind of like with Mayweather doing his boxing moves and stuff. He wasn't a hard puncher, but he kind of stayed away from the bigger guys. He was really smaller than everybody,
Mm,
speed
yeah.
and stuff. So that's probably what Usyk gonna have to do is use his speed, his movement, and if Tyson Fury tries to put his weight on him, then he just steps aside, try to put his weight on him, gets him to the side, or just move backwards or whatever, and make it very hard for him to you know, to, to flying that fly,
Right.
throwing fly swats at him all day.
Right. Right. Right.
Then,
No.
then while he's doing that, he's doing counters.
Right. I mean, up until the ninth round, for the most part, Fury was boxing the shit out of him. And then he got caught with that shot. And some people thought that Fury was playing with his food too much, which is why he got caught. What do you think about that?
Um, I think that he got maybe a little tired, maybe a little confident, a little tired, but trying to keep him at bay. Maybe he wasn't in the best of shape they think he can be in. Like I said, if he fights a different type of fight where he can, he knows what to do. Now, can he sustain what he needs to do? That's going to be the problem. That's going to be the thing. Can he sustain it? And he's a big
Right.
guy. He's really big, and it's hard for big guys to like sustain a high speed pace. And that's
I,
kind of what it was.
right. Right. And I feel like, from my experience in the ring, and obviously you have way more, I feel like when you're in the mentality of running from somebody, it tires you out more. Like you were never the guy running. You were always the guy chasing dudes down. But when you're the kind of fighter who's always kind of retreating, I feel like that's more tiring. And it
Not
also,
necessarily. No,
huh?
no. I used to love the retreat when I was just look at some of my lightweight fights. My lightweight fights, I would jump around the ring all day long, and then they'll be trying to get to me as much as it could. And then when they got to me, then I beat them up too because I'm a really good inside fighter as well. But I used to love to beat them outside, just pecking away at them.
Well, let me specify. First off, at lightweight, I know I've told you this before. It wasn't even competitive. You might have been one of the best lightweights I ever saw. Like you were just. It was anybody watching this who hasn't seen Shane fight at 135, watch it because it was just like the fight against Golden Johnson, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh my God, like it was you were like so. It was like you were fighting toddlers. You were that much above.
And they were good fighters. I mean, just Blechau was the world champion. John Molina was the world champion. I mean, all these guys were.
But my point is, you would move, but whenever you wanted to, you could put your foot on the gas and bomb them out. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm talking Fury. At no point in that fight did he put his foot on the gas and bomb him out. He was just constantly retreating. Yeah. You know, you would switch it up.
Right.
You know what I mean? So mentally, they knew that they couldn't mess with you.
Right. Yeah, I did mix up a little. I made them come to me, but then when they got to me, then it was all over too. So I actually like to fight inside.
Yeah. Let's say you fought Floyd 10 years earlier. When you're
exhibition with Floyd right now.
Huh?
I need an exhibition or a real fight, don't matter. Right now with me and Floyd.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if I'm going to be commentating for Celebrity Boxing your exhibition you're doing.
You commentating?
Yeah. I just did something for them.
You better say some good stuff about me.
You got it.
I'm not saying
No, but what would happen if you would have fought Floyd? How old were you when you fought Floyd? 40 or 38?
39.
What if you would have fought him 10 years earlier? If you would have fought Floyd at 29 and he was whatever age he was.
If he would have got hit with the shot that I hit him with, like in the second round, the fight would have been over with. It would have been Floyd Mayweather no more.
It would have been done.
It would have been done. He knows that. That's all good though. I mean, the fans don't know that, but he knows. Just he knows. That's why he had something like you always sees like give me that little look, whatever, because he knows just how good I was. And he knows if I hit him like that back then and almost knocked him out, he knows what would happen early on in that career. It'd been something different.
It would have been something different. It's too bad we couldn't see that. But, the eras just didn't align.
We can sit now, though. All you got to do is just say, when he's doing an exhibition with Victor Ortiz, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think. How about talk to him about that?
He's supposed to, right?
Supposed to. So,
I don't...
if after they do their exhibition, maybe I want to get a second fight too.
I don't think he would fight you because he kind of made it seem like he doesn't want to take shots anymore. He just wants to kind of have easier. He knows you wouldn't be easy. That's what it seems like. That's what he said. He said, "I'm done taking all the shots I've taken. What I do now is."
He's 5 or 6 years younger than me.
That's what he said. I don't know.
I don't want to take no shots either. But I mean. But I mean, if you're gonna make like $20, $30, $50 million, I'll take a couple of shots. Maybe we just go 8 rounds.
Yeah. The money talks, right?
Yeah, I mean, 50 million, 8 rounds. Go to Saudi, hang out there.
That'd be nice.
Have some fun. Everybody come out and check it out. It'd be a big worldwide, shebang.
Well, maybe after you destroy, and I assume for the celebrity boxing fight, you're gonna go at him, or you're gonna kind of just work.
It depends on how good he is.
So if he's like very green, you're just gonna kind of work.
I'm gonna stop him. I'm gonna stop him, but I won't stop him as bad as I would if he's better. But no, I'm gonna stop him.
Okay. Yeah.
Stop. I probably stop with some body shots.
Body shots. Okay. That's kind of a very nice way to do it.
Yeah, but
humanitarian way to do it.
But wait a minute, but he might be really good though. I don't know. He might be really good. He might. I mean, you see the way he jump up there and do those flying kicks and stuff.
Yeah, but he can't kick you. We got to represent because after what Ngannou did to Fury, man, Joshua redeemed boxing, but that was not good.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I felt like boxing took a black eye that night.
A little bit, but Joshua got us back on track.
He got us back, but it's like, that was Ngannou's first fight. And I know he's worked with Dewey Cooper for years, and he has a slight
boxing. Yeah, just a little bit. He hits heavy hands,
Heavy hands, yeah, true, true.
Yeah.
Okay, so uh, next thing I want to ask you about is the the current lightweight division, your old lightweight. You know, you got Tank, Devin, all these guys. First off, how do you see Tank versus Frank going?
I think it's an interesting fight because they both know each other so well, and I think that Frank knows a lot of the things that Tank does, and vice versa. Tank knows a lot of things that Frank does. Um, it's going to be maybe a harder fight. It could be a harder fight for Tank because Frank knows all the traps, a lot of the traps, I should say, right?
Interesting. Okay.
He knows a lot of the traps, so he's not going to join. He's not going to fall for some of these traps that these other guys fell for. Charge him like wasn't like for Ryan and Rolly. They trying them and try to knock him out, and then Tank catch with the check left hand or whatever it is, right? So maybe Frank is southpaw too. He's not
Mm,
they're southpaw. They're both southpaws.
right.
So it could be a hard fight, and it could be an upset. I mean, Frank could outbox him, like move around because he's taller, Lorenzo arms, got long arms. You know what I'm saying? He knows the traps. He could outbox him.
So what
At the
you
same time, Tank knows his weaknesses too. He can get inside, and Tank keeps talking about those body shots, the body shots. And we know, body shots are, he knows how to go to the body, he knows how to get inside. So they both know each other. It could be an interesting fight. And that's kind of the same thing happened with Ryan and Devin too. They both know each other and know each other's traps and all that stuff. But
that
Ryan
was like you and that was
more
like you and
swift.
Oscar, right?
Me and Oscar, I know Oscar's left hook. And
How many
how he
times?
gets in there and he would knock everybody out with that stuff really quick.
Right.
I
How
would
many
know that.
times did you fight him as an amateur?
I fought him as amateur too. When I was
Yeah,
12, 13.
a bunch
Beat
of
him up.
times.
Yeah. Only one. I fought him as
Oh,
amateur. Yeah, I
okay.
was always the number one guy in California, in amateur. So everybody would come fight me. I fought Rafael Relis 2 times. He was a champion. He fought, Oscar as well.
Remember? Yeah, my boy Jeremy was number one at light heavyweight at the time, right?
Yeah, and we was all on the same team together.
Yep, yep,
Jeremy
yep,
and myself. Yeah.
yeah. That's great. Okay, so if you have to pick Frank or Tank, who you got?
Oh, I got Tank. I think Tank. Um, you have to beat the champion, and I think that he can be able to you know, catch him with some good body shots. I wouldn't be surprised if Frank wins though. If Frank wins on points, like
Interesting.
box him, but I wouldn't be surprised because he can, stay out of the way that big left hand. But at the same time, you know, Tank is really smart. He knows how to get in 1-2s and do his thing too as well.
Okay. I would be surprised if Tank loses, but it is boxing, man. You
I,
never
I,
know.
I would be surprised being that they know it that they've been in the ring so many times with each other. I wouldn't even be surprised.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that means something. That definitely stands for something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Moving up a little bit, we got Benavidez is fighting Gazvik. I don't know how you pronounce his name.
I don't know guys fake. I just know Benavidez, and I wouldn't be able to. I haven't even really even watched him to know
Yeah,
he's
me
a
neither.
or whatever.
Yeah, me neither. But let's say he beats this guy Benavidez, which is most likely. Do you think Benavidez has what it takes now at 175 to deal with Bivol, Beterbiev, whichever one of those guys?
Well,
Who he might,
I already heard that Benavidez and Bivol used to spar all the time, a lot at the Walkart gym. So, I mean, that lets me know that he's able to, and they have good spar sessions. So that lets me know that he's able to hang in there with the light heavyweights. And he's a big guy. I
so
think Benavidez
let
can
me
go up to like 200 or something.
right because he's tall. Let me ask you this. So this is an interesting point from like a veteran like yourself. So you're basically saying that when dudes spar each other, they learn a lot, right?
You learn different habits. Yeah.
So how often have you seen a sparring session, even if it's your own, or if how often have you seen guys spar and then when they fight in the pros, it's totally different than when they actually spar?
Lots of times. Lots of times it's different, way different, because these wearing smaller gloves. You can't block the same. It's a different type of blocking system. You wear
Interesting.
16 ounces, 18 ounces, whatever, you can block your whole face. You can and be able to get away with stuff. When you're wearing the little 8 and 10 ounces, you have to block a different way.
I always tell people, from my experience, in the ring too, I always felt like the sparring gloves actually hurt more because they're heavier, but you're able to cover more distance and block better.
Yeah, do more defense. Defense, you can be better with the defense.
Right.
But as far as I'm saying more of the habits. Like if I was watching a fight and I was gonna fight somebody, I look at their habits, what they do, what they like to do a lot. In sparring, you really have to like look at film because you know their habits because you're in there and in the ring with them. And you know the habit where it's going to the body, or it's going to be a little fake check to come to the head, or Frank throwing a jab. He does 1-2 jabs, or he throw one jab and then two jabs afterwards. So you calculate that stuff already. It's already subconsciously in your mind. So
Mm.
that's what I mean by they have habits that they both know about each other.
Mm-hmm.
Now, who can exploit the other ones better with the little 8-ounce gloves that what they're wearing, right? 8-ounce gloves, yeah.
8. Yeah, those guys will be 8. Right. Okay.
8 ounce.
So you're saying that the sparring sessions oftentimes go very differently than the actual pro fights.
True. True.
Okay.
I think that they go differently until they understand, until they've been to a lot of fights. Frank's been to a few fights, and Tate's been a lot of fights. So they understand the difference in the gloves. So now they know how to like move around from that. But
Mm.
if you take a guy that's just starting out and he's sparring, he thinks that sparring's gonna be like the fight. It's not. It's totally different. Different type of blocking, different type of movement, different type of speed, different type of when you get hit. It's
Right.
different, and you have to adjust to that. You have to learn how to adjust to that system.
Right. Right. Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, because that's interesting. I guess it does matter if guys have sparred, but then sometimes it doesn't even go the way that it went when they sparred anyway. So it's kind of a toss up, right?
It could be a toss-up, yeah.
Mm.
But I
Okay.
think that both them being top-rated fighters, well, Tank being champion, him being top-rated fighter, they had a lot of experience in the ring, so they understand the difference in the way the fight goes. But a lot of times, some people spar a lot better than they fight because they have more confidence uh, in themselves. When they spar, it's like we're not gonna get knocked out. It's kind of like we have bigger gloves, so you're more safe. In a
Right.
fight, you're gonna get cut. Anything can happen in a fight.
That's
You
true.
get knocked down quicker.
That's
You know,
true. So who do you think of that crop? We got, I guess, Tank, Devin, Tiafimo, um, Ryan, Subriel Matias, and
I
who am I
wouldn't put
missing?
Ryan in there no more.
No, not Ryan.
No, Ryan's
Why not?
145, 7, 54.
Good point. Good point. Okay.
Don't throw him in there. No, he ain't fight. He's not fighting there no more.
Good point. So who do you think's the best between Tank, Tio, Haney, and I guess Subriel? Or who am I missing?
I still like. I still like to see. I think Devin can get the best of all of them. Really, I still see Devin as one of the top guys. Devin, yeah, Devin Haney. He has great boxing skills. He's tall enough, rangy enough, throwing good punches. He's not the hardest puncher. He's
No,
not the fastest puncher.
no.
He's the type that he has a little bit of everything. He doesn't have just one thing
Right,
that he brings to the table. That's what makes him so dangerous, so hard to fight.
right.
He has many tools,
And
and
Shakur's the other one I forgot about.
Shakur too. I think that'd be a good fight for Shakur and David Haney, Shakur and Tank. I like to see those guys get together.
I think Tio versus Tank would be the most
You know
entertaining.
what? I forgot about Tio. Tio is really good. Is powerful, strong, and now be a good fight because I think Tio as well fight sparring with him, knowing how he fights. Will have a good advantage, if you will.
Right,
I think
right.
Tank and Tio would be the best fight to see, and then you saw all those guys. They all need to just get together and get a blackboard or something and be like, all right, we're fighting on this date. We're
Yeah,
fighting on this like we're fighting on
round
this date.
robin.
We're fighting on this date, and let's all get together and figure this out.
Round robin. Yeah, you said it. You said it, man. Absolutely.
Get a blackboard. Just get a blackboard. Like, all right, he's fighting him. He's
That
fighting him.
happened.
He's fighting him, and the winner fights him, and the winner
Yup.
fight.
Shane, see, that happened in your day. Now, they don't do that. They don't do it anymore.
They need to get back to that so people can love boxing again.
That's
This is how boxing is why boxing was so fun to watch. Everybody got so excited,
mm-hmm.
You see,
Mm-hmm.
when you see Trinidad coming down or Corday or Vargas or anybody, Oscar, myself. I mean, coming down like, oh man, this was gonna fight. That was gonna fight. What was it? Corday. I mean, all the. Come on,
Yep.
man.
Yep. Everybody fought. Absolutely.
Pernell Whitaker. I mean, Child. I mean, everybody. Come on, you wanted to see those fights.
Did you ever spar with Whitaker?
I never sparred with Whitaker. I wanted to. I never sparred. I never. Yeah. Never
Damn.
got a chance to.
Yeah. Wow. That's so. What do you think? Do you think Canelo could beat Bud, or Bud could beat Canelo? Excuse me.
I think it's a possibility for both of them to beat either one of them. I think that Bud has a great chance of being able to beat Canelo. I would say that Bud was too small, but now I think that Bud is been walking around bigger, and maybe he's snuck some weight on real quick, so people don't really know like that he's really big enough now. Because Canelo's really not that tall or big anyway. But Bud probably snuck around. You know, he's probably like boxing good at 160 right now. You know, a little bit longer, he'd be boxing good at 68. You know, they're giving Bud more time. And the more time you get, the more dangerous it gets.
So you're not.
So
So you what 50-50, or how would you have that one if you had to choose one?
I don't know if it's 50-50. I still think Canelo's a lot bigger and more comfortable with that weight, but
I'm with you.
but I don't know, like maybe like 55, 45 or something.
For Canelo, I'm okay.
Something like that, you know. But it could go the other way. It could, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, not Canelo. Bud's been, you know, hanging out and quietly getting himself bigger. Every time you look at him, he looks a little bit bigger. And every
He
time you look at
does.
him, a little bit bigger.
He
You know
does.
what I'm
But
saying? It's not like he's, you know, it's oh yeah, no, I'm good. I'm not gonna fight. No, I'm not gonna defend any titles or nothing. Oh, I'm gonna fight at 54. Oh yeah, I'm gonna fight at 60. You know, I might fight at 60 to this guy. Oh, he's just kind of like hanging around. You know, getting himself bigger, stronger, and ready.
we'll see. I mean, you know that win over Spence might have gassed him up, maybe too much. You know that's a big bite to take.
That's true. It is true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
What about Boots Ennis, the kid out of Philly? Could he beat Bud now?
I mean, he has the opportunity to be. I mean, I wouldn't say that he's not qualified. Like he would be if he beat Bud. It's like okay, yeah, he beat Bud. I mean, it seemed like he's been working out really hard. Seemed like Bud's been having his eye on other people. Canelo, he has his eye on Bud and everybody around it. So it's a different type of feel, you know. Bud is looking at Canelo. He's looking at Bud. So he wants him. So yes, I think that and Boots is really good. You know, very fast, very strong, and almost like a Bud to me. You know, they're almost similar.
Yeah, similar, but
and everything.
right. But what I always say, and I think you'll agree, is all that's good, but nothing beats experience, and Bud has so much more, right?
I would say he has so much more, but he has a lot more.
Okay.
Because what's called experience too, he has amateur experience. They came up just like that, just like Bud did.
True.
And he's been fighting professional for a long time.
True.
Not really getting his due like he was supposed to, like, you know, not really getting in the position where he's supposed to be at. He's hungry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's really, really hungry. Bud has experience, but he does have a little experience too. Like they're not that far away from each other as far as age and all that stuff.
Okay. I'm not sure. I think they're 10 years apart, or am I wrong?
Oh yeah?
I think so.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're
I
right.
think Bud's 37 and Boots is like 26. Might even be 11 years.
Dang.
Yeah.
I'm going by so fast, man.
I know. I hear your grandkid in the back there, right? That's your grandson? Granddaughter?
My daughter, she's you know, eating her food to her breakfast.
Yeah, man. Time flies. You know, I met Jeremy in '92. He had just turned pro. We were at Kevin Rooney's. I mean, that's what is that? 30 years ago? That's insane.
Insane.
All right. Well, before we wrap it up, I wanted to ask you, who are your? Let's do this. Sugar Shane's top 5 greatest fighters of all time. And if you want to include yourself, you can. It's up to you.
I hate doing that. 'Cause I don't know. I mean, I like Muhammad Ali, Sugar Robinson, right?
Okay.
Or Sugar Robinson. It doesn't matter what order. Um, Sugar Leonard.
Okay. Sugars. You're going with the sugars because you're a
All
sugar.
the shit. All the shit. No, no. Just really because I liked them. That's what I actually looked at when I was growing up. That's it, right?
Okay.
And like yeah, all the sugar. I mean, but I like. Okay, I was more the guy of the '80s, so I liked all like the four, Duran, Tommy Hearn, Sugar Leonard. I liked all them. So I couldn't say like five, and of all time.
And let me throw this, let me put this on your plate, and you could eat it if you want or not. I think in his prime, I'm only looking at prime. I think there's no fighter better than Roy Jones in his prime. Would you put Roy Jones
Roy Jones.
in his prime? I mean, have we ever seen anything like that? I mean, you were pretty close, actually.
That's pretty close.
You had some crazy speed and power, but like Roy was just like, you know,
he was like a superhero,
right? Wasn't just me. I mean, I was just like, geez, you know. But you were.
No, I would say too. I mean, you say Roy, and you have to give Floyd the credit.
Mm-hmm.
You have to say Floyd as well in those top five. Floyd.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm kind, you know,
because then it's like, why don't we? But then why don't we put in Rocky Marciano or Joe Calzaghe or Andre Ward, who are all undefeated too?
I mean,
I don't think we should.
86-0 with like how many knockouts?
Who's that?
Chavez was before he lost the first fight to Randall.
I think it was 91-0, but he should have lost to Purnell and to Meldrick. But yeah,
okay, Purnell Meldrick, that's still down to 70 or 60 or something.
80, yeah, that was he was.
No,
80.
that's his 80s. You
yeah,
know.
Yeah. No, you're right.
He could have lost any of those guys, but before he got to 80 something and 0 or
you're right,
75 and 0,
he was killing them. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So come on.
Yeah.
He just kept fighting because he wanted to, you know, he wanted to beat everybody, be the great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Well, so I'll get you off the hook on that one. And last thing, who are your current top five? Can you do that one? The current guys. I can't hear you. You're muted.
Bud and Inoue. Bud.
There we go. Say again.
Bud.
Okay.
And Inoue and who can I say? I don't know.
You think Inoue could beat Tank if they fought at like a catch weight?
No.
Yeah, Tank's too big, right?
Tank's too big. Tank will be him.
I'm with you.
Yeah, Tank's too big. I put Tank should be in there too, I believe.
I put Benavidez. A lot of people don't, but I do.
I do too. I put him in there, but he's not yet. He's going to be there, but he's not yet. How can I say, he has to win more bigger fights, right? I think but I still put him. I still put him in there though. I still like him, but yeah, here's one more.
I mean, he beat everybody. The only fight he didn't get was one that Canelo didn't want to give him. He beat everybody else at 68, right?
True.
What else could he do? It's like one of those things. Like you were lucky because you were in an era where you had a lot of legends who you could fight. But sometimes, like people say that about Roy. Oh, who'd he fight? Well, I mean, he fought Tony and Hopkins, but other than that, there was nobody else there. It's not his fault.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we got. I think this the top five. We gotta dive more deeper in and see what's going on. But I think I had 3 or 4 there already.
Right? Yeah. Usyk maybe after his last victory, maybe.
And Usyk too. I think Usyk is doing a good job because he went from cruiserweight to heavyweight, and now he's undisputed cruiserweight and undisputed heavyweight.
Crazy. Yeah.
You know, so he had to say Usyk too as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Is Manny Pacquiao fighting? What you call him? Find somebody. Manny Pacquiao. I think I'm.
Yeah. He's in talks to fight somebody. Who the hell is it?
For a championship, right? A belt, welterweight belt.
Is it? Yeah.
I think it's for a belt.
Oh, Barrios.
Barrios. Yeah.
WBC.
WBC.
Barrios.
Yeah, Barrios. WBC, the Barrios. Yep.
Barrios. Yeah. Yeah. He's in talks to fight Barrios. Is that your son?
That's my son.
Hey,
say hi to the champ right here. This is the new champ.
What's up? What's up, Shane? How you doing?
I'm good, man.
Good luck against Jacobs, man. I want you to bring it home.
Oh, well. Thank you.
That's dope. No, that's a great fight, and I love what you've been doing with your career. You really put definitely like a second win. You're doing great.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. and this is my little one.
Oh,
Granddaughter.
that's cute. Good for you, man. That's dope. Well, Shane, man, I appreciate you talking to me. You know, let me know if you ever want me to jump on yours. Talked about. Either way, I'll probably see you in Philly. I think I'm gonna be commentating that. When is that fight? Your exhibition?
September 28th. Got some time.
When is it?
September 28th.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of time.
A long time, so we're good.
Yeah. But anyway, I appreciate you, man. Let's chop it up again soon.
Definitely. All right, brother.
All right. Peace.
All right.